Hello, Tina, how are you? I think some glitch from the backside. So, can you hear me, Deborah? I cannot hear you, Deborah. One second. Okay. So, yes. How are you, Deborah? Okay, I think some technical glitch. I cannot hear you. That's okay. So yes, Deborah. So welcome to the win stage. So yeah. So before you start your session, so we do have 2 minutes of AV for you. So after that, you can start your session. And welcome to the win conferences. This is your stage. Hope you will enjoy. Hello, we cannot hear your voice, Deborah. Can you please check? Are you on mute? You are on mute. I think we cannot hear you. We can see that you are talking something, but we cannot hear you. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, you can hear me, right? Yes. Can you please check your private message? I am messaging you there. You can, I'm not on mute. Can you hear me? Yes, you can hear me, right? Just tell me, can you hear me or not? Just say hi. Okay, you can hear me. We cannot hear you. Okay, give me can I thought. Yes, let me check. Let me check. No problem. Just give me a second. So you're on mute. You're not on mute. So have you checked your audio settings? Because we cannot see that you are. We can see that you are talking, but we cannot see that. There will be a green signal whenever you talk, so we cannot see that on your screen. Yeah, please check. Please check. I think now we can hear. Hi, Deborah. So please bear with her because she is having some issue with the audio. So just give her some time so that she can settle. Thank you so much for understanding. So, Deborah, can you hear me? Hello. Hello, Deborah. We cannot see your video as well. Hello. No, we cannot hear you. Again, the same problem. Could you please check your settings? You can see the audio or video settings in the tool. We can see you have shared your screen. We can see. No.
Deborah-Bell Campbell is one of the most sought-after introverted leadership experts. She is an MBTI certified practitioner, national certified counselor, wellness strategist, master life coach, multi-best-selling author, and dynamic speaker. With over 15 years of coaching women in leadership and professional careers, she has designed, developed, and delivered exceptional programs to enhance professional and personal growth. She is passionate about making our lives This is the introduction of Deborah Bell Campbell. Here I'm introducing Deborah Bell Campbell. Deborah Bell Campbell is one of the most sought
Yes, Deborah, can you hear me now? Say hi if you hear me. If you can hear me, say hi. We cannot hear you. So Deborah, just go to this audio settings. Just Deborah, I can see that you are on mute. Yes. Okay, no problem. But we cannot able to hear you. Can you please come after lunch break so that we can check what is happening with your audio or settings? Okay. S- So in between, you are looking so beautiful in red color. So unfortunately, so there will be some technical issues. So everybody can understand. No problem. We can help you with your audio settings. So after lunch, we will get back to you. Okay, Debra. Thank you. Yes,
Hi.
now we can hear you. How are you? You're back. Thank you
I
so much.
I am much better now. Thank you so much for your patience
So
and
that's
yeah,
okay. So it will happen. So Debra, in between, I want to say you're looking so pretty in red color. So
thank
yes.
you.
So yeah, I think we have already played your introduction video. So we have already gave your brief description about you. So now you can start your session. So enjoy your day. Thank you.
Thank you. So now you understand just why my head's not bowed. I don't shout or jump about or have to talk real loud. When you see me passing, it ought to make you proud. I say, it's the click of my heels, the bend in my hair, the palms of my hands, and the need for my care. So I'm just going to stop right there because I know you know the rest. So it doesn't matter where you're joining us today for this conference. You can be in your car, you can be in your on your couch, you can be in your office, or you can be in the classroom. I want all my ladies, my leader friends, I want you to repeat after me. And I want you to say it from the gut like you mean it. I am woman phenomenally. A phenomenal woman, that is me. Now, I certainly hope that you pull that all the way from your gut. Because if that's not a declaration of empowerment for women, then I don't know what is, especially my introverted career women. So, what are you waiting for? Are you an introverted career woman who's just waiting for somebody to see how good you are, to recognize your talents, to tell you that you are enough? Well, allow me to share with you what was told to me. Now, I was in a master class with no other than Dr. Les Brown, the number one motivational speaker in the world. And I asked the question, so, can you give me some tips or can you give me some suggestions about how an introverted career woman can move forward? And you know what he said to me? He said, get over yourself. Now, that was, I got the video. So it's true, right? Get over yourself. But simply, you are enough. So happy Tenacious Thursday, everyone. It looks like mine has really gotten off to be a Tenacious Thursday. I am Deborah Bell Campbell, and I help introverted career women move from frontline to mid-level leadership positions by incorporating 5 key pillars. Now, those 5 key pillars are authenticity, confidence, visibility, networking, and goal setting. Now, did you know that introverts make up about 30 to 50% of the general population? And according to Wall Street Journal, 5% of mid level leaders identify as introverts. Now, if you consider yourself to be average and you're looking at these stats, it may lead you to think a little bit about, well, as an introverted leader, thriving in leadership may not even be possible for me. Keeping in mind that as we move to the C-suite, that the number of introverted leaders, especially women, decreases significantly. Well, today I have great news. As Tabitha Brown would say, in a pair of seconds, I'm going to share with you 5 strategies that I use to empower and allow you to make the shift. Now, the shift is stop hiding inside and face your truth. Do you believe that empowerment is a choice or that it can be thrust upon you? Now, I want you to take a moment and you don't have to put it in the comments now. In fact, just write it down and put it aside for later, because as leaders, I really want you to think about that. Well, to answer authentically, you have to understand what empowerment is. Empowerment is becoming stronger and more confident in dominating your life, your way. Now, I know empowerment is not a verb, but it does require some action. So listen, empowerment was really thrust upon me. Okay? It was August the 7th, 2015. That was the day that my daddy died. It was that impactful, that tragic event that allowed me to truly embrace who I am today. And for that, I'll never forget, because I attempted to save my daddy's life by performing CPR. Now, I am a certified CPR instructor for many, many years. So I know all the things, right? I know that I need to do 30 compressions about 2 inches deep, allowing the chest to properly recoil, 2 efficient breaths, 30 compressions, 2 minutes until emergency services arrive. So I did all the things. And I had to believe that I was doing it right. I had to believe that I was doing enough. I never would have believed that I would be doing that or performing CPR on my own dad. So, in my attempt to resuscitate him, I realized that my own life needed resuscitation. You know, when that moment when life is flashing before your eyes, thinking about all the things that we did or we didn't do, all the shoulda, woulda, couldas of the world, right? All of that is what I was thinking as I was performing the CPR. And those final moments when I knew that he was gone, I became visible. In that moment, I began to release all of my self-doubt and truly realize that, I am enough. So from his death, I essentially came alive. Karen Samuelson says, often in your deepest pain, it will empower you to grow into your highest self. So, my question to you this afternoon is, are you ready to grow? To all of my introverted career women in leadership, in order for you to be empowered, you have to shift your perspective. I did, and I'm going to share with you the 5 strategies that I use to dominate and change the trajectory of my life. In fact, I like to call them, these strategies, inspired introverted nuggets. So the first one that I want to share with you is be authentically you. Mama said that there will be days like this, right? Days when you feel like that you have to be something or somebody else. Did you know that many introverted leaders spend a lot of energy trying to be an extrovert instead of learning how to embrace both qualities and lead? As an introverted leader, I had to learn how to extrovert my introversion. Yeah, it's a skill. It can be learned. So as introverts, leveraging those innate superpowers that will enable us to soar far past that 5%. It requires a little coaching, a little development, just to ensure that you're able to discover and practice within your unique gifts. Now, I want you to write this down because I think it's very important. Never compromise yourself to meet anyone else's perception of you. Now, I don't know if you got sticky notes somewhere around, but that is definitely a tweetable or a sticky note moment. Never compromise yourself to meet anybody else's expectations or perceptions of you. As an introverted leader, own your brilliance and just let that radiate. Number 2, affirm and believe in yourself. Perhaps Oscar Wilde said it best when he said, be yourself, because everyone else is taken. You are uniquely you. You are the original copy. The blueprint was discarded upon conception. Walk in your light and know that you are enough. As an introverted career woman in leadership, recognizing your strengths or your superpowers is the gift. In fact, listening is one of our greatest superpowers. And what it does is that it enables those in our charge to truly understand that their voices are being heard. And that's just one of many. Never be afraid to dream a bigger dream, to dream, to plan, to do. See yourself accomplishing or becoming that person, that leader that you want to be. As Walt Disney said, if you can dream it, you can do it. So keep dreaming. Number 3, promote yourself. Now, I know what you're thinking. As an introverted person, you're probably thinking that's challenging or very daunting, and it can be. But hold your head up high and drop kick fear like Bruce Lee. That's what I said. Drop kick fear like Bruce Lee. It's time to level up. And as I always say, you can't level up if you're laying down, so get up. It is time. Wear that S on your chest as a constant reminder that you are savvy, that you are strong, and that you are strategic. Superman or Wonder Woman, none of them, they ain't got nothing on you. So I'll share with you one of my favorite tips from Nancy Ansowitz. She is the author of Self-Promotion for Introverts. And her tip is position yourself as an expert. Figure out how to make your knowledge invaluable to others. Be that go-to person that specializes in your area of expertise. What you have to offer is valuable. Harness those skills. Practice those skills in your area of expertise. Do speeches on them, write books about it. Take every opportunity to share your expertise. It reminds me of a really good example of that. One of our first ladies, who was also an introvert, Eleanor Roosevelt, an amazing orator, an exceptional writer. Number 4, flex your confidence muscle. That's right. Confidence is a muscle. Take every opportunity. Spend at least 10 minutes a day just practicing and flexing that confidence muscle. Confidence is believing that you can accomplish anything that you set your sights on to do. You have to believe that you can do it. Affirm your truths. Write them down. Recite them daily. Now, I personally enjoy affirmations. And if that's not your thing, then you figure out your thing. Just know it's your truth. Remind yourself that I am savvy, that I am strong, that I am strategic. I'm determined. I'm disciplined. I am. Because shifting is a process. And finally, number 5, be visible. Showing up is half the battle. As leaders, we have a responsibility to take every opportunity to show those in our charge we have to model the way, right? So we take those opportunities to be able to do that. You know who you are, so don't be afraid to give everybody else a sneak peek of who you are. Leaders create opportunities for others to follow. So, in conclusion, if you want to continue the conversation, get more inspired introverted nuggets, I invite you to join my community at deborahbell-campbell.com. You can reach me on all my social media sites as dbellcampbell or at dbellcampbell@yahoo.com. It's time to shift. Thank you for having me. Are there any questions for me that I can answer today? Melinda, we can't hear you.
No, I made a mistake. I am on mute today. Okay. So thank you so much for your beautiful presentation today. So you got a very good comments. You can see the messages. Phenomenal woman, you are. Okay. So yes. So we do have a questions from our audience. So the first question is, so how can introverted leaders still be impactful and successful?
How can introverted leaders still be impactful? The trick is really to show up authentically as you. So when people see and they know that you're being authentic and that you are sharing vulnerable pieces of you, because as an introvert in leadership, I can tell you that it's not that easy. It's not that easy to always show up, but to discipline yourself and be ready and available to provide those nuggets for people. I think you can learn to be very effective.
Thank you so much, Deborah. Thank you so much for your beautiful presentation today. And yeah, have a great day. So let's go to the another speaker.
Thank you.
Bye bye.